Hey guys, Jeff here with a battle report for Lord of the Rings. So I'm playing a scenario from Lord of the Rings Battle Game magazine. These came out a while ago and I've recently just picked up the first couple of issues again. I collected them when they first came out too, but I don't have them anymore. I didn't have them anymore. So this is a scenario from in this book. It's called Goblin Ambush. You're supposed to play it with Aragorn and then the 12 goblins set up like this. It's played on a 2 foot by 2 foot board. And in the magazine there's no terrain, but I've added terrain. And instead of using Aragorn, I'm using Gandalf. The scenario is pretty much for the evil side to win, they have to kill Gandalf, and for the good side to win, Gandalf can either kill all the goblins, or if he can make it off that table edge, one opposite where he starts, then he wins as well. So yeah, I'm gonna do the first turn, and then I will be back. So this is what the game looks like at the end of turn 1. Good had priority because they always have priority at the start of the game, and Gandalf moved up, then cast Blinding Light, which pretty much means to hit him, the goblins have to roll a 6 now instead of a 5. Then in the goblin movement phase, they all moved up. In the these archers only moved half their movement, so they could still shoot. And then all the archers shot, and none of them hit. One of these guys did roll a 5, so he would have hit if not for Blinding Light, but he did not. And yeah, so that's how the game looks at the end of turn 1, so I'm going to go on to turn 2 now. So this is how the board looks at the end of turn 2. Again, Evil won priority and sort of moved around Gandalf, but he managed to sort of get into the middle of everyone. Tried to cast Terrifying Aura, but rolled 1, so that didn't work. All the archers shot. 2 actually hit Gandalf, but didn't wound. So yeah, going on to turn 3 now, and I'll see the end of that. So this is the board after the end of turn 3. Good side got priority, so Gandalf moved through a gap in the goblins, and then cast Terrifying Aura, which worked this time, which is what this dice represents. So it's got Blinding Light and Terrifying Aura. These 2 goblins tried to charge him, but did fail their courage test, and these guys all moved up to sort of chase Gandalf down, try and stop him from getting off that board edge. And then all 3 archers shot, and all 3 would have hit if it wasn't for Blinding Light, but this guy here just couldn't shoot as well. But yeah, they all missed. So yeah, that's it for turn 3, and I'll see you at the end of turn 4. And this is how the game looks at the end of turn 4. So Evil got priority, and 5 goblins tried to charge. Only 2 passed their courage test, and in combat they won, but they weren't able to inflict any damage. So yeah, we're going to move on to turn 5 now, and I'll see you after that. So this is how the game looks at the end of turn 5. Gandalf moved out of charge range for most of the goblins. This guy could charge, but he failed his courage test, and these 2 did charge and they're in combat, and they won combat, but they were unable to wound Gandalf. So if Gandalf gets priority here, then the game's over because he'll move straight off the board. Otherwise, there'll be at least 1 more turn. So let's do priority roll, and Evil gets priority. So there'll be another turn. So this is how the game looks at the end of turn 6. Gandalf did get surrounded, but he won the combat and killed one of the goblins. He tried to cast Sorcerer's Blast, but failed again. And so again, if Gandalf gets priority, he'll win. If goblins get priority, there will be another turn. Good is blue, green is evil. Evil gets priority again, so there'll be another turn. So this is what the game looks like at the end of turn 6. The goblins tried to form a bit of a wall, so Gandalf couldn't move through, and these ones all tried to charge but failed. Both archers shot and didn't do anything, and then Gandalf got Sorcerer's Blast off on this goblin who was just here, so he's cleared himself a path to the edge of the board if he manages to get priority in the next turn. So I'll do the priority roll. Again, green is evil, blue is good. And good wins, so good will win because Gandalf will move straight off the board, which he'll easily be able to do. Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the game. So good one. There was only one casualty, which was this archer for the Moria Goblins. And this guy got knocked over but he didn't die. So yeah, it was a fun little game. It was nice and quick, and yeah, a victory for the good. So as always, thanks all for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.